Hey there guys and welcome back. We got a budget Eredin deck for you guys today. Eredin's usually, like monsters are usually the best deck for budget decks. And I haven't done one in a while, so figured I'd do a budget deck for this newer patch and we'll get right into this one. We got two Slizzards, consume but without boosting a different unit from your graveyard that has a copy in your deck and play that copy. Slizzard's a really good card, because it can basically filter out anything in your deck as long as you have one in your graveyard, which you normally do. So those are a great card, definitely a good card to craft too. And then we got three Wild Hunt Hounds, which you start with two in the starter deck, so that's good. And then you play a Biting Frost card from your deck. This will filter out one of your Biting Frosts, which I think you start with two in the starter set. Yeah, they start you with two, not three. So you only have to craft one Wild Frost Hound and one Biting Frost. But you apply hazard to opposing row. Frost hazard every turn to start your turn. Damage the lowest unit on the row by 2. It's a weather deck, so Frost is really good. And it's basically a Frost-based weather deck. So it works. Frost Hounds definitely ran those types of decks. Or Wild Hunt Hound. I call him Frost Hound for some reason. But yeah, he's 4 power. He filters out a White Frost from your deck. And he thins out your deck. So he's really good. Then we got 3 Drowners. Move a unit to this row on its side. If it's an enemy, damage it by 2. If the enemy is under any hazards after being moved, damage it by 4 instead. Really good card. You can kill any 6 power thing that's annoying you with this, as long as they don't have a unit with 2 or less power on the row that you move the unit to, because this thing will move it, it'll do 4 damage, and the Biting Frost will do 2 damage, so you'll be able to kill it off, and that's really helpful in some things. Most helpful thing would probably be Spies, because they have the 6 power Enforcers, and this lets you easily deal with them, as long as you have a White Frost out. Then we got 3 Wild Hunt Routers. Increase by 1 the damage dealt by Frost Hazards on the opposite row. Pretty good card. And I mean, 9 power body with his ability is not too bad, but he's really helpful for instantly killing your Iris, which boosts 5 random units on the other side of the board by 5. Iris is great. Iris is busted. When you get to craft your first gold, if you like this deck, I'd say take out your Ralt and replace it with a Caretaker, because Caretaker, being able to play Iris twice is just really strong. Because Iris nets you a lot of value. Like, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to change her. If they changed her so she had the Doom tag, so people couldn't re-res her over and over, it'd be a bit easier, but as it is right now, yeah, Iris is great. So Wild Hunt Riders basically make it so they can't respond to it. When you play an Iris on the opposite row, it's instantly going to die. They're not going to be able to lock it, decoy it, or anything on you. So you're going to pretty much guarantee yourself that value. And plus, without the Iris, they're still really good, because they're going to be increasing the damage that Frost is doing every turn by 1. Then we got Morvid. Toggle units lock. If it's an enemy, damage it by half its power, rounding up and ignoring armor. A Morvid, running a lock unit is usually always good, so you want the lock unit for each faction. This original deck list was running Frightener. Oh, of course he's going to be all the way at the end because he's 12 power, but yeah, Frightener. If you want to run Frightener, that can be good too, but this little units are more of an advanced type of player thing, because you got to know when to play them. I plan on doing a video probably tomorrow on how to play Disloyal units, but yeah, I wouldn't, since it's a budget deck, I didn't want to like put in Frightener, because if you're looking for a budget deck, you're probably not a really advanced player, so Morvid is definitely better for you, and I always like running a lock anyway, so Morvid, great card. Triss Marigold, deploy damage unit by 5. Pretty basic starter gold. All the starter golds are in here. It's a 13 power gold, not too bad. It can do a 5 damage ping. It's not the greatest gold, but yeah, it's not too bad. Imlerith, which is why Monsters is usually so great for budget decks, is because Imlerith is just a great card if you run Frost decks. Because it damages an enemy by 4, which would make it as strong as a Triss Marigold. But then if they're under Frost, you damage it by 8 instead. So you're going to get 4 more value out of that, making it a 17 power gold, which is a really strong gold. Then we got Geralt. No ability, 13 power. Yeah, he's not great, but he's your starter gold. So I'd say if you have the extra scraps, craft yourself a caretaker to re-resurrect that iris or to steal one of your opponent's cards. But if you don't really have the scraps for that and you're looking for a really budgety deck, then yeah, just run Geralt. He'll be okay. He'll help you out. He's 13 power. It's not too bad. And he's the starter gold. I mean, if you got other monster golds, like, let's see, what else would I run? Gales? I guess I'd run Gales instead of Geralt in here. So if you pulled one of those from a pack, you could use him. Igni's pretty good. Woodland Spirit can be useful, so yeah, run him if you pulled him. Regis Higher Vampire. Ooh, that one's iffy. Because you need to eat something 7 or higher power. I don't know. That one's, Yennefer, no. Eskel, if you pulled an Eskel, run him. I'm just trying to go over the golds that you could pull because I don't know what you would have if you're looking for a budget deck. Corinther. Corinther would be really good too. He would be actually the second card I craft if you'd like this deck and take out Triss Marigold for him. Because running Caretaker is the most important, and then Triss Marigold, I mean, Corinther is the second most important. So I'd run him if you pulled him instead of Geralt. Always take out Geralt first because he doesn't fit that well in the deck. He's just a 13 power body, which isn't the greatest, but he gets it done. So we went over the Biting Frost. First Light, you start with this card. Spawn Clear Skies or Rally. Clear Skies for if you're fighting another weather deck and you want to wait until they play at least 2 weathers. And if you know it's going to be a heavy weather deck, like you're facing another Eredin, you can try to wait it out until they play 3 weathers and then Clear Skies it, and you'll get a lot of value out of that and kill off a lot of their tempo. Or Rally, play a different bronze unit from your deck. Rally is pretty good. It basically filters out another bronze unit from your deck. You just want to be careful because if you have Slizzards left in your deck and you have nothing left in your graveyard and you play Rally and it pulls you a Slizzard, that's going to suck. So try and make sure you have something in your graveyard at least before you play Rally, because then anything it grabs you won't be that bad. And then we got Decoy, another card you start with. Return a bronze or silver ally to your hand, boosted by 3 and play it. Returning Drowner to your hand is really good because, yeah, you get to activate his ability again, so that's good. And your lock unit. Returning more of it to your hand if there's something else to lock or they have something else with a lot of power on the board, then returning more of it to your hand and replaying it can be really good. Do not return a Wild Hunt Hound to your hand and play it, because then you're going to end up with 1 more Wild Hunt Hound in your deck and 1 less Biting Frost, which means you could end up drawing into a dead Wild Hunt Hound, and that suck. But you can use your leader ability. There we go. To spawn a Wild Hunt Navigator, to choose a different Bronze Wild Hunt ally and play a copy of it from your deck. You can use that to filter out another Wild Hunt Hound for yourself, or to filter out another Wild Hunt rider. So those are just some suggestions. You could even use Decoy on Slizzard if you want to pull something else out from your deck and you have it in your graveyard. Just make sure you don't try to run it on the Wild Hunt Hounds. Next up, we got White Frost. Apply a Frost Hazard to 2 adjacent opposing rows. Frost Hazard at the start of your turn, damage the lowest unit on the row by 2. It's pretty good because it gives you 2 more Frosts in the deck technically. So then you can have 5 Frosts instead of 3. And the card's not that bad for crafting. It is ran in some versions, but once you get a Corinther, you could take it out for like another silver. I'd probably... Where is he? There we go. I'd probably run Nurkarat instead of it if you have a Corinther. Yeah, Nurkarat's pretty good. Or the Frightener if you actually have a good idea of how to play disloyal units. Then we got Commander's Horn, boost 5 adjacent units by 4. Another starter card. Pretty good. I mean, it's best if you have 5 units out on the field because then it's going to give you 20 power, which is a lot. So you try to line up 5 units and then you play Commander's Horn and they all get boosted by 5 and that'll give you 20 power. This deck doesn't have much swarming though, so it's a bit trickier in some matchups, but you can still usually get 15 to 20 power from it pretty easily. Or 16 to 20 power. Then we got Scorch, destroy all the highest units. I mean, the enemy's probably going to have higher units than you because you're running a monsters deck, unless you have Geralt out. And yeah, so Scorch can be really good because your highest power unit is a 9 power. And since you're running Frost, you're damaging the lowest units on that row, not the highest. So if you see a good chance to Scorch, you can Scorch. Also another star card, so it fits well in the budget deck. Then we got Royal Decree. Play a gold card from your deck if it is a unit, but not an agent or double agent, boosted by 2. Shuffle others back. This will let you pull out any of your other 3 golds from your deck and boost them by 2, since they're all the other golds are units, making them a little bit stronger, which can help you out. So whatever you need at the moment, Royal Decree will let you grab it. And we got Iris, which we went over, and Iris is really, really strong, ran in multiple types of decks, so Iris is always a good craft. Like, the only really not the greatest craft in this deck would be White Frost. Just because not a lot of decks run White Frost. Just pretty much Eredin decks run White Frost. The rest of the cards that you would be crafting, they're ran in different types of decks, like Morvid. Drowners are ran in other weather decks because they're great. Slizzards are ran in like every monster's deck because they're completely crazy. And Wild Hunt Riders, I guess, yeah, the Wild Hunt Riders, they're not ran in every type of deck. They're ran in Frost decks pretty much only. So you got like 4 cards that you'd be crafting for this deck that are pretty much dedicated to this archetype. But the other ones, yeah, they're ran in other types of decks. So I like this budget deck, and it's not too bad. So we'll get in a couple games to show you how it's played, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, here we go. Game 1 looks like Henselt, probably machine spam. They usually run double Scorch because they don't run that high of units either. But I might lose a couple rounds with this deck because yeah, I face higher level people. So I mean, if you're running a budget deck though, you're probably going to be lower ranked than ladder, and this should help you out with ladder. We'll see how this goes though. We got Wild Hunt Hound, that's good. I guess we don't need all our Wild Hunt Riders yet. I want another Wild Hunt Hound if I can get one. Slizzard's good, worth keeping. More of it can be good if he's running a spam deck. Iris is good. Royal Decree guarantees our Geralt. I can throw Imolorith back because I have Royal Decree, and pulling Geralt out would be a 15 power play. Wouldn't be that great. White Frost is good since we only have 1 Wild Hunt Hound right now. I don't want to... I guess we'll keep this. I'll go with 1 Wild Hunt Hound. Now the thing is, with Wild Hunt Hound, you don't want to play your first one on the middle row because then your Biting Frost is going to be sort of ruined. And yeah, this is Machine's Northern Realm, so we're going to go with more of it and lock this guy on him because they count a lot on this guy. This guy has crewman 1, and he always resurrects and returns to 1 power, so they always have a crewman out on the field if they keep playing him. And also, locking him also takes away his crewman tag, which can be handy too. Since he's running machines, he's not going to be running those other spam cards, so Triss is probably not going to help us out much. Yeah, he's going to be running these guys. Well, see here, he's playing him on the middle row. He doesn't even know I run Biting Frost, so darn it. I don't want to play this Wild Hunt Hound on the middle row. But Biting Frost, yeah, we'll just go with Biting Frost. Because then I can start using Drowners to move these cards around and do more damage to them, which can be really helpful. Is he going to leader ability? Nope. Go with Reinforcements. And now we have a Wild Hunt target, but we don't need to do that because we can just Drowner this guy to the back row, which is going to make it so he's taking 4 damage a turn from Frost instead of 2. Alright, he's pulling out the rest of those. I'll probably Wild Hunt Rider. No, I don't have 5 units out yet. Wild Hunt Rider on the back row is alright. I'm gonna boost our damage up to 5 a turn. Yeah, he's gonna be taking 5 damage a turn from Frost. Now I can always throw my Iris over and get the value out of that. And I can use Imlerith to do a lot of damage right now. Which will probably be my next play.
You one of us or not?
He's grabbing another battering ram. He's already used up his leader ability, which is a pretty strong ability to use. And since he has no crewman out, he didn't get to do the bonus damage from that. So since we locked that one unit and killed it off, he wasn't able to kill this and be able to use its secondary effect. He basically saved ourselves from 4 damage there. So we're going to play Imlerith. We're going to do 8 damage to that. And that's pretty much almost going to put us in the lead. If I have to, I will throw my Iris over. Might just do that to shut out this round. I have to wait until this 1 power unit dies though. Play Triss Marigold. Do 5 damage to this. This will put us in the lead. Or tie us. If he still keeps playing, I'm going to play Iris. Because now I can instantly kill my Iris and he can't respond to it since we have a Wild Hunt Rider out. And Iris will give us 20 value in this case instead of 25, but in the later rounds we're not going to have that many units out since this round's gone on a while. Oh, he's muzzling it. Never mind. We cannot instantly kill off that thing with Iris now. He knew what we were going to do. Well, we'll use Eredin. This will still put us in the lead in case he passes us. And we'll stomp on another Wild Hunt Rider. So things are looking pretty good right now. I need to pop off this Iris though, because we don't have a caretaker for it and we don't have that many ways we're going to have units in the next couple rounds. Nope, there's the pass. And there's no point in playing Iris if he passed us and we're in the lead. So we're probably going to see a Biting Frost or something since we didn't filter any of them out of our deck. Yep, there's one. So we're going to throw that back. And we'll actually try to 2-0 this guy probably. Ooh. First light though. That's not cool. I have a Drowner. Nah, actually, I'll just Royal Decree out draw it right now. He probably has Double Scorch, because that's what this type of deck usually runs. Gonna operate or give us a unit? Oh no, he's running Reaver Hunters. Oh, I haven't seen these guys in a while. That's kind of cool to see though. We'll play the Wild Hunt Hound. Put some weather on this middle row. And we'll see play the first light to see what we get. Because if I get a Wild Hunt Rider or a Slizzard or a Drowner, I mean, I guess I can get a Drowner. That's not the greatest thing to pull, I'll tell you that. We'll use the Drowner. With this thing here. We're at least going to force him to use up his Reaver Hunters this round.
Lots of prior experience.
There's Dijkstra. We play Naneke. He's not happy about seeing that because he wanted to shuffle Reaver Hunters back into his deck after he played them. He's shuffling Radovid a Small Marsh in there. Oh, well then. Here goes my dog. He running clears? Oh, he's clearing the skies. Alright. Well, now might be a good time to pass. But we really can't. Because we don't have weather out, and we can slizzard out some more weather next round. Of course, I can mulligan back a Reaver Hunter. Problem is, he has all his Reaver Hunters right now. But we'll pass. Because he has to play one more card, which is going to give us card advantage for the... What? That thing pops off if you pass? That makes no sense. No other card works like that. Oh, man. That sucks. Well, now we're screwed. We're going to throw back Reaver Hunter and get a Biting Frost. Alright. Alright. No other card. What the heck? If you pass with Succubus, it doesn't do that.
This is no time to whimper.
Yeah, we already know he's going to start playing Reaver Hunters. We're going to Slizzard out the Wild Hunt Hound and play it on this middle row. I've actually never ran into a situation where I've passed with that. It just... Wow. Well, we'll play Slizzard. Bring out the Wild Hunt Rider. I'm going to let us get some more value on our Frost per turn and set us up nicely for an Iris.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
And he's going to shuffle one back and pull out another one. Now that stops the boosting from it. So we're going to play a Frost here since we have to eventually, and then that'll give us something to move it into a Drowner.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
And he's going to shuffle another one back.
You must sweat like a swine.
Get another one of those. Alright, wow.
Told you so,
Okay.
idiot.
Well, that was a really bad play by him. I'm not sure why he shuffled those back into his deck. That pretty much guaranteed us the win. Thing is, I have to move this unit so our Iris can die next turn. Alright, he's passing us. He knew we had it. But yeah, Iris can be really strong because we just got 25 points of value off that. And yeah. That's game one. I'm not sure why he was shuffling Reaver Hunters back into his deck. Because when you shuffle them back into your deck, they reset their power. And I'm not sure why that one gold went off when I passed. I thought, wow, that almost screwed us. Okay, so now we know. Do not pass when they have that thing out thinking that you're going to be able to make them play one more card. I should have played Reaver Hunter probably. But we won that game, so that's game one, guys. We'll get into the next game now, and I'll see you guys there. I actually play out a Wild Hunt Rider. Just start increasing the damage that we're going to be doing. Oh, well. Okay. Well, that guy must have thought we were running, like, totally meta. Eredin weather, and he didn't want to deal with it. Well, okay. We'll get into game two now. Alright, game two. Speletal! No! Oh, this is going to be bad. Weather usually doesn't do the greatest against Speletal. We have a lock, though. That's going to be useful, probably. Depends on which version he runs. We're going to throw back these Biting Frost, though, because we don't want to start with them. Guess we'll throw back Clear Skies. Alright, another Drowner. Cool. This might help us out, because it depends on which version we're fighting. There's versions that run like an ale card, so you want to break up their lining. They usually try to line a unit up on every row. And, ooh, we go first, so that's not cool. This type of deck, it really sucks going first. Because usually you want to play a Wild Hunt Hound first, and then, yeah, on whatever row they play the unit on. And I guess we'll just go Wild Hunt Hound front row. That'll give us something to drag his units into. And then we can play White Frost on the other two rows. Do. You want to know if this is spell Eltail or just normal speletal. Okay, he's going for Ithelin.
Nigh
It's
is the
probably
town
spell
of
Eltail.
Frost and white light.
Now this will be the perfect time to play White Frost, because now he won't be able to pass us. Make us go a card down. And we'll have his whole field covered in weather. Now anything he plays anywhere is going to be affected by weather. Though some of them do run Clear Skies with Elven Mercenaries, so we might be able to filter them out. We'll find out. He's going Operator. Oh, this is spell Ailtail, yep. Because they usually run Operator in this guy. We'll go... No point in playing a Drowner yet. We'll just play a Wild Hunt Hound. I mean, Wild Hunt Warrior Rider. Because since that unit died, he only has one unit on that row anyway. So that's why playing Drowner wouldn't have been the best. We would have gotten 2 more points of value at that time. He really doesn't want that alive. Well, we can get rid of this now. Because we're still going to be ahead of him. Now this deck usually counts on playing a lot of spells, getting these guys really high up for the last round. Which is why this deck sucks against this type of deck, because you don't have the highest powered units. Let's find out if he runs Clear Skies. Because right now Clear Skies would be great for him. He'd be able to clear off 3 weathers. Nope, just the thunder. Alright. Well, I don't want to use my Eredin yet, but no, Slizzard wouldn't help. We have Frost out, so like these 3 cards right here are pretty much dead in our hand. And we don't want to use Drowner yet, because he's only going to have 1 unit in that row. At least he can't use his Ails. I guess I'll just use Eredin. Bring out Wild Hunt Rider. Because then our Slizzards can bring out more of them from our deck in the next round. And he's really not liking fighting in this weather. He should be passing us soon here, because they count on playing Ails and stuff. And we still have 2 weathers for the next round, which might help us. Pretty much my hope is to make him play as much stuff as we can in round 2. And maybe waste off his protectors.
Strength, my love.
We go with another one. Yeah, there's the Mahak Mail card. He got like no value out of that. So that's good for us. This one though, this one doesn't really have many units to lock. Just play out a Drowner. Drag him top row. Get some damage on him. There's the pass. Knew it was coming sooner or later. I didn't want to play that one out too much longer anyway. Wild Hunt Rider, that's cool to see. Commander's Horn is nice too. Yeah, we already have targets for our 2 Slizzards. We'll keep this. I don't want to throw back a card and see a Biting Frost, because that would be bad. What has he used up? 1, 2. Yeah, so we could drop an Elven Mercenary and take the round. I guess I'll try to bleed him out. This is why going first sucks sometimes, because now to bleed him out in round 2, I'm going to have to go 2 cards down if he stays ahead of us. But I want to bring out those protectors. We have one Drowner. We do have two Drowners. Since we have a Wild Hunt Rider, I could actually use a Slizzard on a Drowner too.
I must
That can be
re-examine the
pretty useful.
manuscripts.
We're gonna Slizzard out our last Wild Hunt Hound. And get that back row covered in frost. He's probably gonna start stacking on the back row now. We do have a decent amount of power here. With the Drowner, the Wild Hunt Rider, and the Iris. We can instantly kill off this Iris. That's going to be good. If I can make him burn some of his Mohawk males. And we got to start trying to set up for a Commander's Horn. Guess I'll play Wild Hunt Rider in the middle row. Then drag something there with Drowner maybe.
Have strength, my love.
Oh, there's Elven Mercenary. I'll just play the Wild Hunt Rider there. We'll start setting it up in the middle row. I'm going to wait for him to play a couple more mock males before I drag this thing there, because it's going to eat the mock males and then we'll actually get more value off it that way. Because if I use Drowner to drag it into that middle row now, it'd instantly kill it. And then the next or next card he play on the top row, we wouldn't be able to move. Have we even actually played a gold this round? Ha! We haven't seen a gold this round. What? Oh, that's funny. Imlerith would be really cool. Nah, he's searching out for any spell he wants. There's the clear skies. Now this is very bad for us. We just lost. I didn't think he ran clear skies because he wasn't grabbing it forever. Why did you wait so long? Well, now we have no weathers left. Wait, Biting Frost? No, we have no weathers left. Which means we can't instantly kill Iris. We don't even have a way to kill Iris. So this is bad. We most likely lost this. I guess I could Slizzard out a Drowner. Drowner would give me the same value. We'll get rid of that Quensign though. Yeah, we'll do that. Because he's trying to set up for Mock Mail right now. We have a dead Iris in our hand. Well, I guess I'll hold on to Iris and like throw that back in the last round and we might win. He ran Clear Skies and he didn't pull it with 3 Elven Mercenaries? That's crazy. Yeah, if you know they run Clear Skies, you gotta be careful not spending all your weather cards. Huh? He's gonna drown her? Now, looks like he predicted the Commander's Horn. Oh, Morvid has to go top row. We'll just play Commander's Horn here. We'll still get 16 points of value out of it. We gotta try to be ahead of him or make him use up more of those protectors. You can start spamming his Mock Mails now, though. That's an issue. Ah, man, if it hit that middle one, that would have been great. Because our Morvid would have gotten more value. We'll play Morvid. Lock this guy. And we have to pass after this because Iris isn't going to give us any value. Yep. He's going to have 2 cards in the last round. We probably did not win this one. Spell of Tail is really strong right now. I mean, we could have won it if he didn't Clear Skies our last of our weather. Oh, Scorch. That's hopeful, maybe. Throw Iris back. Alright. So what we got? Not a single gold all game. That sucks. Imlerith would have been great. Even Trust Marigold. Geralt. Any of my golds. Because now he can just oh, never mind, he's not artifact compressioning.
Humans have no place in Broccolon.
Yeah, he's grabbing one of those. 21 power. We play this guy, and then all he needs is 4 power and 2 cards. Oh man, there's no way we got this. Yeah, it was Scorch, and he wins. Ivarith. Alright. Now that one didn't go so well. Definitely, what you can learn from that round is be careful about playing all your weather cards if they run clear skies. Because you're not going to be able to kill off your Iris, and you're going to lose a lot of tempo then. But it went alright for Spellatill, I guess. I mean, I think we could have beat him if I actually got to pull off my Iris. Keep that weather out. But I didn't think he ran clear skies, because he played 3 Elven Mercenaries. He didn't see one then. And he played that card that lets him search for any spell. And he didn't pull out a clear skies then. So I figured it was pretty safe to play all our weather cards. But turns out it wasn't. Ended up losing us the game. So that's game 2, guys. We're getting to the last one now, and I'll see you guys game 3, Foltest. I've been seeing a lot of Foltest lately, actually, now that I think about it. They usually count on a lot of tempo round 1, and then like Katawani siege supporters round 2 and 3. Shani is usually their finisher. Yeah, we threw back the Biting Frost. Always throw back Biting Frost first because you don't want any of them in your starting hand. The rest of this is actually looking pretty decent, but I do want another Wild Hunt Hound. Because just one weather is not going to do. Commander's Horn. Round 1's probably going to be the best time to play it. Scourge can be really helpful. I guess we'll throw back Commander's Horn. There we go, Wild Hunt Hound. We'll go with this. We go first. Oh. Yep. Play Wild Hunt Hound. Get the weather on the middle row. Scorch is going to be handy because if he's running I don't know, Katawani siege supporters. Alright. Well, we'll just instantly kill off one of those. That's one less of those that we have to deal with. That's good.
Bloody non-humans.
Yeah, these guys. These guys were the ones I was talking about. These usually boost everything up to 6, but now we have a 7 power out, so not gonna be able to scorch them all away. But we will be able to get out another frost.
You one of us or not?
Regroup.
And might just use Eredin to cover his field and weather. I don't know if he runs weather clear. Kinda worried that he might run weather clear. We'll just go with Wild Hunt Rider in the front row first. Make him row stack on that back row a little bit. Yeah, he runs weather clear. That is what I was worried about. That's why I did not bother playing this guy yet to bring out another Wild Hunt Hound. And where do we want this weather? We might want it on the front row. Just because that's where our Wild Hunt Rider is, and that lets us easily kill off our Iris. Oh wow, he's running these guys. When they go 20 points behind, these guys come out of their deck automatically. They usually use them with Katawani siege supporters, so they get to boost them up a lot. Looks like he has one in his hand though, since. Oh wow, he runs another Clear Skies. We don't have a Biting Frost, so we're not going to be able to do much about that. But we can grab a Triss Marigold. Triss Marigold might be pretty good. Just because I want to hold on to my Imlerith. Just in case we get a Biting Frost.
I sense strong magic.
We'll kill off one of these. Now you can't use a Reaver Scout to get the other ones out. We're 26 points ahead, so if he doesn't pass this here, I'll probably just pass. I mean, I could decoy this Wild Hunt Navigator and pull out another Wild Hunt Rider to give us more points, but he'd probably pass us after that. It's looking like he's thinking about passing already. Yeah, he threw a disloyal unit over. That usually means that they want to pass. That's the worst time you can use a disloyal unit. This is what I mean with these guys being more of a advanced play. You do not ever want to do that. Just because you lost a round, you throw that guy over. It doesn't give you any card advantage or anything then. We need Biting Frost. Throw back Wild Hunt Rider because I need a bite. Oh, no. No Biting Frost. Alright, let's see. How are we going to do this? This is why having a Corinther and stuff is really nice, because you'll have another Frost, but the budget version of this deck, you can't do that. I'm debating on just dry passing him this round, but I know what he has for the last round. I guess we can try dry passing him. We'll force out one more card from him, which means we'll have final say in the last round. Might be helpful. Oh, he actually held on to that? Not too bad. Only thing we have to worry about is Kawani Siege supports. Thank you, Biting Frost. Cool. We'll actually throw back First Light here. Imlerith! Awesome. Things are looking better. As long as he doesn't have a third Clear Skies. If he has a third Clear Skies, that'll be ridiculous. But it is a possibility, so we'll play White Frost.
Can't take it anymore.
Yeah, there's another one of those. We shall... Probably trying to use... I don't know. Commander's Horn. He wants to get off Commander's Horn. We could use Drowner now. Because I want him to end up with the highest unit on the field, so that way I can pull off a Scorch. Which means eventually he has to use Commander's Horn. Yeah, there we go. There's a Commander's Horn. He might actually just be going for... Oh, wait a minute. Yennefer, I was thinking, but... We'll play Slizzard. We'll actually grab a Drowner. We'll move this 8 power to the middle row. Because if things go really well, and he plays the Commander's Horn right, my Scorch will actually net me a lot of value.
Crush those vermin!
Alright, there's that. Now we're going to decoy Slizzard. And we're going to grab a Wild Hunt Rider, put it on this front row. So we have a good Iris target. Never mind. He's going to say no to that. Well, there's his Scorch gone. So... Problem is, we still have the highest unit out. We're gonna... No. Can't do that yet. This Scorch is a problem. We'll play Morvid. We'll lock his 6 power units so it's not so obvious that we have a Scorch. Reinforcements.
Can't take it anymore.
Here's his infantry. Throw Iris over.
I don't recall.
Is he gonna muzzle? Oh my god, I have to scorch, like... I can't scorch. I cannot scorch! Because scorch is gonna kill us. I'll do 4 damage to... this thing. Alright. See what his last card is.
For Samaria!
His last card is a card we can't scorch! Where's your commander's horn? No! Oh, we lost! We just barely lost, too. I cannot play this Scorch. Ah, that sucks. Well, it would have beat this deck if he actually had Commander's Horn, like I thought he did. Alright, well, deck's pretty good. For a budget deck, it's definitely really good. It's one of your best bets for a budget deck, I think. That's why I did a video on it, but... of course, going 1 and 2 probably doesn't say much, but we could have beat that last guy, and Spellitel is a very bad matchup for this deck. That last guy, though, I wouldn't have held on to that Scorch if I didn't think he had a Commander's Horn. That sucks. Alright, well, that's game 3, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, have a good one.